what was this movie about for you?
For me, it was about playing, getting a chance to kind of work with Jim Brooks. And, the idea of the movie is you have two people that are kind of meeting on the worst day of their lives, the Paul Rudd and Reese's character. And then my character is, he's certainly not having the worst day of his life. In fact, he seems to be having just kind of a steady succession of great days.
What do you want people to get from this film?
I hope that they just kind of are able to kind of enjoy it, and I think it's really funny, and then it also has something that's just, I think with what made, I think all of us kind of want to work on it is working with Jim Brooks, and that's because of what a great writer he is, and how kind of honest and human and funny his writing is.
Jack Nicholson is in this film,
Yes.
and he's such an icon. Did you have any scenes with him? Did you shoot with him?
No, I didn't have any scenes with Jack. In fact, I would have to ask. I was kind of, everyone would ask, how's Jack? And I said, well, I don't have any scenes with him. But we did, I would ask Paul, for his Jack Nicholson stories and then kind of adopt those as my own.
Tell me, how do you know when you're in love?
How do you know? Yes, we've been getting asked that question a lot. I think it kind of, changes at different times. I mean, usually there's or maybe, something that normally you would find kind of irritating with a person, all of a sudden you're like, oh, that's kind of cute. Or you find yourself doing things you wouldn't normally do, like, maybe going to see a movie that maybe you wouldn't really be interested in, but you go because they want to go see it, letting them have the remote control.
Selfless things, right?
Yes.
So there's a French writer, Sacha Guitry, and he says, love doesn't exist, but only proof of love exists. What is the best proof of love that you have ever received?
The best proof of love that I've ever received. Well, I think it goes back to what we were saying, that kind of selfless, and I think of, my grandmother and kind of how she kind of was with me and my brothers, and just kind of, one of these people that just the way she kind of led her life, it was always trying to help people and help us in particular. So, growing up, if you woke up in the morning and came into the kitchen, and she was sitting there, she'd just jump up and immediately start rushing to try to, make you something to eat. And so, yeah.
Was the movie as fun to shoot than to watch?
Yeah, it was, well, I think it was, just exciting for me just because of the cast. And, even though I didn't get to have scenes with Jack Nicholson, the idea of being in a, movie with him is very exciting, and getting to meet with him and talk with him, and then just working with Reese and with Paul, and then for me especially with Jim Brooks, because he was the person that produced our first movie, so it was great to get a chance to collaborate with him.